Hello students, let us solve some examples based on the concept parallel lines. Let us have the first question. The diagram is given and the question is, in figure, line RP is parallel to line MS and line DK is their transversal. Measure of angle DHP is 85 degree, and from this we have to find measure of angle RHD. This is the first angle. Measure of angle PHG, angle HGS, and angle MGK. So we have to find the measures of all these four angles. Here angle RHD and angle DHP, these are the two angles which are angles in linear pair, and we know that angles in linear pair are supplementary. That means sum of the measures must be 180 degree. So we have angle RHD plus angle DHP is equal to 180 degree, as these are the angles in linear pair. For this question, measure of angle DHP is given to be 85 degrees. So here, if we replace angle DHP by 85 degree, we get angle RHD plus 85 degrees equal to 180 degree. If we take 85 degree to the right hand side, we get angle RHD is equal to 180 degree minus 85 degree. So 180 degree minus 85 degree, that's 95 degree. So this is the measure of angle RHD, which is the answer of the first question. Now to find the second one, we have angle RHD and angle PHG. We can see in the diagram angle RHD, angle PHG. These are the vertically opposite angles. So they must be congruent. Angle RHD is equal to angle PHG because vertically opposite angles. And the measure of angle RHD we have just found to be 95 degree. So as we have found the measure of angle RHD 95 degree, that's why measure of angle PHG must be also 95 degree. So this is the answer of the second question. Then we have angle DHP and angle HGS. So here line RP is parallel to line MS, and if DK is their transversal, then these two angles, that is angle DHP and angle HGS, these two angles are corresponding angles. We know that if two lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. That's why angle DHP is equal to angle HGS, and angle DHP is given to be 85 degree. That's why angle HGS is also 85 degree. This is the answer of the third question. Now again, angle HGS and angle MGK, these are vertically opposite angles, so they must be congruent. Reason is vertically opposite angles. Out of these two, angle HGS is 85 degree, just we have found. That's why measure of angle MGK is also 85 degree. This is the answer of the last question. Let's have the next question. For this diagram is given. Question is, for this diagram, line P is parallel to line Q and L and M are their transversal is given. From this information given in this diagram, we have to find measures which are given in the diagram. That is, we have to find the measures of angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D, which are shown here in this diagram. So we have to find the measures of these four angles. So again here, as you can see, angle A and angle 110 degree are angles in linear pair. So angle A plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree, as these are angles in linear pair. If we transfer 110 degree to the right hand side, we get angle A is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. 180 minus 110 should be 70 degree. Measure of angle A is 70 degree. Now to find the measure of angle B, we must have one relation, that is angle A must be equal to angle B, because line P and line Q are parallel lines which are given, and if we consider L as their transversal, then angle A and angle B are their exterior alternate angles, and we know that if two lines are parallel, then their exterior alternate angles are congruent. That's why angle A and angle B must be congruent. Here we have found angle A be 70 degree. That's why measure of angle B is also 70 degree. Now here angle D and angle 115 are also angles in linear pair. So their sum is also 180 degree, as these are angles in linear pair. Again, if we transfer 115 to the right hand side, we get angle D is equal to 180 degree minus 115 degree. So we get D is equal to 180 minus 115, that's 65 degree. The measure of angle D is 65 degree. Now to find the measure of angle C, we consider line P and line Q, which are given to be parallel, and M is their transversal. And if it is so, angle C and angle 115 are corresponding angles. That's why they must be congruent, because if two lines are parallel, then their corresponding angles are congruent. That's why angle C is equal to 115, as these are corresponding angles. These are the measures of angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle. Let's have the next question. The diagram is given. And in this one, line L is parallel to line M, which is given, and line N is parallel to line P. So both the pairs of these lines are given to be parallel. Measure of one of the angles is given, that's 45 degree, and from that we have to find measure of angle A, angle B, and angle C. We have to denote the vertically opposite angle of 45 degree by one letter. So let the letter be X. So if it is the case, then measure of angle X must be 45 degree, because these two are vertically opposite angles. So angle X is equal to 45 degree. Now if you consider line L and line M, which are parallel, and P as their transversal, then angle A and angle X, these are the two angles which are interior angles, which are on the same side of transversal P. So they must be supplementary. That means angle A plus angle X must be equal to 180 degree, because we know that if two lines are parallel, then the interior angles on the same side of a transversal are supplementary. So we have angle A plus angle X is equal to 180 degree. To replace here angle X by 45, we get angle A plus 45 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now we take 45 degree to the right hand side, we get angle A is equal to 180 degree minus 45 degree. 180 degree minus 45 degree, it's 135 degree. Measure of angle A is 135 degree. Now again, angle A and angle B are the vertically opposite angles, so they must be congruent, because angle A and angle B are vertically opposite angles, out of which measure of angle A is 135. That's why measure of angle B is also 135. Now only we have to find the measure of angle C. So again, line P and line N are parallel lines, and if we consider M as their transversal, then angle B and angle C are the corresponding angles. We know that if two lines are parallel, then their corresponding angles are also congruent. That's why angle B is equal to angle C, which are the corresponding angles. Measure of angle B is 135. That's why measure of angle C is also 135. So these are the measures of angle A, angle B, and angle C. Let us have the next question. The diagram is given. In this figure, the sides of angle PQR and angle XYZ are parallel to each other. From that, we have to prove that angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. That means these two angles are congruent. That we have to prove. It is given that sides of these two angles are parallel. Side PQ of angle PQR and side XY of angle XYZ are parallel. In the same way, these two sides are also parallel. To prove this, we have to extend side XY of angle XYZ and let that line intersect side QR at point A. By doing this construction, we get line YZ is parallel to line QR, as it is a given. If these two lines are parallel, and if we consider XA as their transversal, then angle XYZ, this one, and angle YAR, these two angles are the corresponding angles, so they must be congruent. That is, angle XYZ is equal to angle YAR. These are the corresponding angles, that's why they are congruent. We'll call this as equation number 1, because we know that if two lines are parallel, then their corresponding angles are congruent. Similarly, line XY is parallel to line PQ, which is also given. And in this case, if we consider angle PQA and angle YAR, these two angles are again corresponding angles. Here also, as these two lines are parallel, corresponding angles must be congruent. That is, angle PQA is equal to angle YAR. We'll call this as equation number 2. If we consider equation 1 and 2, as we can observe, the right hand sides of both the equations are congruent. That is, angle YAR and angle YAR. If the right hand sides of equation 1 and 2 are congruent, left hand sides must be. That is, from equation 1 and 2, we have angle PQA is equal to angle XYZ, which are left hand sides of equation 1 and 2. Now, instead of angle PQA, we can extend this as angle PQR. Instead of angle PQA, we can write angle PQR is equal to angle XYZ. That is, we wanted to prove angle PQR is congruent to angle XYZ. Let us consider the next question. Diagram is given. Question is, in this diagram, line AB is parallel to line CD and PQ is their transversal. The measure of one angle PRB is given to be 105 degree, and from that we have to find measures of these four angles, that is angle ART, angle CTQ, angle DTQ and angle PRB. So we have to find the measures of these four angles. So start with the given, that is line AB is parallel to line CD. If they are parallel, then measure of angle ART, and see in the diagram, measure of angle ART plus measure of angle BRT is equal to 180 degree, because these two angles are angles in linear pair. Out of these two, measure of angle BRT is given to be 105 degree. So replace measure of angle BRT by 105 degree is equal to 180 degree. If we take 105 to the right hand side, we get angle ART is equal to 180 degree minus 105 degree. This angle ART is equal to 180 minus 105, that's 75 degree. So this is the answer of the first question, that is angle ART is equal to 75 degree. Now to find the measure of angle CTQ, here we have one relation between angle ART and angle CTQ. That means they must be congruent, because line AB is parallel to line CD, and if we consider PQ as their transversal, then these two angles, angle ART, angle CTQ, are corresponding angles. And we know that if two lines are parallel, then their corresponding angles are congruent. That's why angle ART is congruent to angle CTQ. We have just found the measure of angle ART, that's 75 degree. That's why measure of angle CTQ is also 75 degree. Which is the answer of the question. Now again, we have to find the measure of angle DTQ. Same relation is there between angle BRT and angle DTQ. These two angles are corresponding angles, as line AB is parallel to line CD. They must be also congruent because they are corresponding angles. Measure of angle BRT is given to be 105 degree. That's why measure of angle DTQ is also 105 degree. So this is the answer of the third question. Last we have to find measure of angle PRB. Again, if we consider angle PRB, it is vertically opposite angle of angle ART. So angle ART must be congruent with angle PRB. We can write here angle ART is equal to angle PRB because these are vertically opposite angles. Now here we have found measure of angle ART, that's 75 degree. That's why measure of angle PRB is also 75 degree. These are the measures of four angles which are asked to find.